Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris Orme and we are back here with Franchise Hockey Manager 6, the continuation of the Colorado Avalanche franchise. And we came up short. Last year, trading away McKinnon, trading away Landeskog. We did a bunch of different pieces. Yeah, it wasn't really working, so we got done in the final. And yeah, I wanted to blow things up, change things, but I didn't want to go too crazy. So you'll see we're a little less top heavy, a little bit more spread out. I think we're in better shape. We brought through a bunch of young players once again. And I think now we're in a good place. So out goes Patrick Laine, Barrett Hayton, and Brock Besser. Out as well went Broberg. I think they were the main four. I think we got rid of like 8 or 9 in total, but they were the main four. In comes some youngsters, Sharp, Kivahaju, Ulma comes in, Lindgren comes back in there. We run again with some of the players that we've had for a while, but haven't really had too much of a chance, haven't done much yet. And yeah, I don't know. A few trades here and there. McRae comes in on a trade. We had another couple of trades as well. Players coming in. So, all in all, I think we look quite decent right now. I think we've got enough depth. We're looking pretty good. We've got a ton of draft picks that, let's face it, we don't need. But yeah, that's where it is. That's where it is. And if we have a look here, players on 0 cap hits, except for Wallstead. I still don't know why the bug, or how the bug, or where the bug, or whatever is the deal there with Wallstead not having a cap hit, despite being on the main roster. But apart from that, we do have good players down here that we can call up. So we got a couple of wingers, couple of centers, few defensemen, and a goalie who will be a very, very capable backup. So yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape from that point of view. Let's say if we take a look as well at the unsigned draftees and sort them out, you can see like long-term backups. We got plenty of sort of depth players. And then the two big ones we weren't able to call up. Craig, he wanted to go back to college, and like, I'm sorry, but he's way too good for college. So that's my one issue there, was we weren't able to call up Andrew Craig. Would have really have liked to call him up. And then Nikitin is a 5-star apparently player that we could pick up and play with. So yeah, that's where we are. We've got ourselves a pretty good team, I think. So, running again with the 1-2 punch of Gibson and Volstead. Then in defense, we've got Bourne Byram playing alongside Cale Makar. Then we got Kibo Havju, who's a bit more of an attack-minded player, I think, than Sharp. He'll probably be on the second line with a Dobson. Ulma and Sharp probably on that third pairing. And then Lundgren as backup and rotation, injury cover, whatever you want to say about it. It's a really, really good, really young defensive core that I'm super happy with. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see what that back end can do. Anyway, the back end should be good. My top line for this season will be Leon Draisaitl on the left, with Austin Matthews down the middle, Mika Rantanen right wing. It doesn't get too much better than that. It really doesn't. I was going to bring Draisaitl in as a center and keep Laine. Try and make it work some other way, probably dumping players like Dobson and Will Coyle, for example. But I decided it's time to freshen up. Laine wasn't playing that well. He was just getting points, which is good, but we've got other players that can do that. The second line, greatly diminished from last year, but still very, very decent indeed. Connor Bedard, 4-star player, two-way player down the middle as well. I like that. Trevor Zegras probably stepping up onto that second line then, and I don't know who gets second line time. Honestly, the way these are built up, it could be absolutely any of them. Yeah, Rudnek, maybe. Luoma, maybe. Yeah, McRae even. I don't know. So the right wing really at that point becomes very, very fluid. On the third line, it'll be anchored by Matt Bedier. Again, I think he's a really good centre for us long term. So I'm excited to see what he can do. Then probably pulling up leg call for a scoring line with probably Rudnek. I think I'll probably go McRae, Rudnek on the third line. And then, yeah, Legkov with Luoma and being centered by Valtteri Tuonen. I think that would be my choice. It's going to be interesting to see how that sort of depth up top really comes into play and how the coach wants them to play, really. Depth guys would be Fleming Olesen and Alexander Lechevsky, who I think are two pretty decent players there on the back end for depth. So overall, as I say, I think we're really pretty good right now. So this might be the way they stack the lines. I'm not too sure. You see, Andrew Craig would come in on that second line. Wow. Just wow. I wish he would have signed. I really, really do. But then again, we're not really missing him too bad. It's half a star that we're missing, then down a little bit. We got great depth, as you can see, a lot of pool prospects there. We're going to ignore the draft picks. This is basically a one-and-done season. Whether we win or whether we lose, we'll judge it after the end of the season. So these kind of are not really worth it. It does go to show, though, that it's easy to get a young, good team that fits under the salary cap every year, that you can keep tweaking to your style preference, and if a player is doing well, you can probably replace them while stacking an absolutely ludicrous amount of draft picks as well. If I wanted to just put 5 round 1 picks on the table, I think I could pick up almost anybody. If someone hits free agency, I can sign them. Doesn't matter restricted or not. Like, it's so weird to be in this position. I wish that first rounders maybe had more value in the game. I do wish that was a thing. So it was a bit more difficult to get them. And maybe second rounders as well. Yeah, I don't know how they solved that problem. That is a little bit of a problem. So you've got to try and behave yourself when you're doing things like that. Otherwise, it's easy just to stack picks. But I gave up so much and didn't really bring anything back on the playing side. Because we had picks, because we drafted well, we didn't need to bring back players. So we just brought back picks instead. Draisaitl, unfit for the season. Not the best, considering he's now our second highest guy. Austin Matthews and Draisaitl. Rantanen's deal now looks exceptional good value once more. A bit like the real-life McKinnon deal. And then you got Kilmacar, Gibson, Dobson, Byram. Will Coyle at 3, that's a touch high for him. It's a touch high. That's the one deal I don't like out of everybody. I think we're paying for value everywhere. I'm not sure about Coyle's deal or about Coyle as a player either. So there is that. And then, yeah, we're paying Trevor Zegras. We're paying Wallstead, even though it's not showing up. And then just rookie deals. Rookie deals all over. A couple of them are getting new deals, a couple of them getting big deals. I think Berad's getting like 6-7 million. Benier's about 3 to 4 or something. A couple of million each down here. So yeah, we will be hitting into the cap issues again at the end of this season, pretty badly actually, pretty badly. But like I say, we will be able to give up some people then, like Dobson and Coyle, and Trevor Zegras, basically to make way. So we should be okay if we are sensible. So I'm going to play the season. We're not going to go to the trading deadline. We're going to go straight through the season. We'll do a season wrap-up, see where we land, see if these new lines seem to play well, see if we've got, any issues with our forward depth, which is, right now, much of a muchness. Everybody is pretty much the same player. So I'll see if that causes an issue. And yeah, goaltending. Is Gibson going to be stepping up this season? So the goal, as always, President's Trophy, Stanley Cup. That's what we're looking for. That's what we want to see. We open up with a win. But yeah, long term, I want to see exactly what is going on in terms of our stats, where we're going to go, how we're going to all put it together. Can we land that Stanley Cup that gets us 4 years, 3 cups, Dynasty mode enabled? I don't know. It's going to be fun finding out. Okay, we are back. We are here at the end of the season. And spoiler alert, things went well, but this is how the divisions finished up. Boston takes the Atlantic from Ottawa, and Detroit up in third. They have rebuilt and done oh so well. The Rangers over the Penguins and the Blue Jackets in the Metro. The Pacific looks like this. The Arizona Coyotes with the Oilers and the Flames. And of course, Colorado, President's Trophy, 129 points, 61 wins. Mind-blowing. But we take through the Jets and the Stars as well. We look at the league, and there we go. We're number 1. See the rest of the teams down there. The worst team in the league, quite different to real life, where they're pretty good right now, is the Islanders and the Caps as well. Possibly 2 of the top 5 teams in the league, I'd say, right now, with Boston, Edmonton, and Colorado. I'd say that would probably be my top 5 right now, in some order. I don't know what order. But yeah, they'd be my top 5 teams right now. Kind of form, how much I like each team's roster, how much I think they're going to sustain and improve, as well as how well they've done right now. So even though, the Blues are playing really well, etc., those are my teams that I think are the top 5 right now. So interesting to see that a couple of them are really very, very low down. So first and third overall pick in the running for Islanders and Capitals. It's kind of strange. It is kind of strange. But you do see we are number 1, Boston number 5, Edmonton number 6. So at least some of those are okay. The race for the wild card looked like this. Tampa Bay and Philly just sneaking in ahead of Florida and the Sabres there. Not too bad at all. And in the West, Vancouver almost hitting 100 points, deserve to make the playoffs, of course. 95-point Kings, 93-point Golden Knights will miss out. And Anaheim, was it Anaheim I traded with? No, I think it was Arizona, actually. Yeah, Patrick Laine. Patrick Laine had a pretty good season. Not a great season, but a pretty good season. Barrett Hayton did okay. Brock Besser did okay for the time he played. as well. So, yeah, I thought that was a good one to dump off in a big trade, just because we wouldn't be sort of tied up with another opponent that we couldn't beat. Besser and Keller on the right, Gunther and Laine on the left, Theo Rochette with Hayton maybe as number 2 center, but they don't have too much. What they do have is a very, very good record, though. I didn't expect them to be that good. I'm not sure who the other trade was with right now. Was it? No, it wasn't Vancouver then. Huh. I don't know. We might figure that out. We might not. So yeah, those are the standings. That's where everything is right now. Nathan McKinnon, points leader with the LA Kings, 109. Kucherov at Tampa Bay. Connor McDavid's up there, 96. Austin Matthews, 95. And then down to Panarin, also a 91-goal season. Ratty is P197, which I guess is the code now for the Vegas Golden Knights. Not sure about that. There seems to be a couple of glitches and bugs that may be creeping into the save. Again, I'm not sure why. Yeah, okay. Interesting. McKinnon, top goal scorer. Fantastic season for him. Kucherov and Puistola there coming in third, with Tarasenko also hitting 40. And then we've got Austin Matthews leading the way for us in goals and in assists, of course, but Connor McDavid, Panarin over 60s, McKinnon right up there as well. Draisaitl 52 assists. I'm guessing he's got 30 points or less, 30 goals or less, I mean, because of the points total. Goals against, Gibson Wallstead 1-2 punch. Save percentage, Gibson 4th. And Sugard also had a great season for St. Louis. Vasilevsky, decent save percentage, doesn't appear on this list though. And Bobrovsky the same. Wins, Ingram with 46. Garan 42. Hellebuck, Luukkonen, DiPietro, Hofer, Korpisalo, and Blackwood as well. Okay. Jump into the team. John Gibson played 33 games. Holstead played 49. So we're splitting a bit too evenly for my liking, but game ratings really, really high. We're just going to go over by game rating. Bottom to top, McRae. Yeah, the new guys always come in, don't do so well. Dashevsky, Rudnech, Olesen, Legkov, Coyle. We kind of figured that our third and fourth line wingers with the coverage players wouldn't be too good. Lindgren, 58, worst defenseman, but still pretty good. Again, he's only cover. And then our actual players then. Third line center, fourth line centers on 60-62. The wingers here, the second line wingers, Zigras and Luma, not great. We knew we were harming ourselves trading away Brock Besser and Patrick Laine, though. 64s and above isn't too bad. Two-way hockey from Dobson. Defensive from Sharp and Kivuhaju. That's what we needed, is more defensive defensemen. And, yeah, it looks like we got a good pairing there, at least. Two-way hockey from Cale Makar. Draisaitl, pretty decent. Byram, pretty decent. Mikko, good offensive production. And then the 1-2 punch down the middle, Matthews and Bedard. Love to see that right there. Absolutely adore seeing that right there. Two-way hockey, not weak on any front at all. But yeah, I like that. I really like that. If we can get a couple more of those kind of players, it'd be really, really good. Okay. advance the date, and come back with a playoff picture. Okay. Playoffs will be the Kings and the Avs up against McKinnon. Dallas, Winnipeg, Vancouver, Arizona. You got Calgary, Edmonton, Philly, Rangers, Columbus, and Pittsburgh. The Lightning will face the Bruins there, and the Ottawa Senators up against Detroit. Yeah. Some really good matches now. Detroit, Ottawa, both really good teams. Tampa Bay Boss. I wouldn't be too surprised if any of those bottom four there actually won the cup. The top four, not really teams I'd think would be that much of a threat. Really, the power is down the bottom of the bracket for me. Arizona, Edmonton, Winnipeg's really good, but Dallas could always put up a fight. We know this. And ourselves and the Kings, probably, for me, probably the best two teams in the West, and we're matching up right now there. Probably Detroit, Ottawa, exactly the same for me. They are the best two in the East, and they are matching up round one. So, very interesting matchups. Very interesting matchup. Carolina, the current champions, need to have a look at their season and figure out where they went, and also have a look at our team stats a little bit more as well. So, Matthews with 38 goals, Bedard with 30, Rantanen with 30, Bedard 33. So, 3 30-goal scorers. Matthews 57 assists, Draisaitl's got 52, Rantanen with 46. 95 points, as we saw, for Matthews. Rantanen on 76, Draisaitl 73. So, a real backward step in terms of our production from the big guys. That lack of second line, I guess, kind of hurting us. Because, yeah, maybe they were facing off against top-line defensemen before, and freeing up these guys to be more situational. But still, first in goals against, first in shots per game and shots against. So just playing hockey great. Not taking a lot of penalties. Pretty decent on the power play, 20% there. And a top power play, penalty kill unit, 86.4. That's pretty dang decent. So, I'm very happy with the shape of our team, but we don't seem to be as dominant as maybe we have been. That being said, we're only a point behind last season, which was only a point behind our other record-scoring season. And, yeah, the 2 times we've gone 130 plus, we have not been champion. The 123 was a starter season, getting into it. And we won at 125, 126. So probably less top heavy for the season, but certainly really, really good in terms of playoffs. Also winning 59 and 60, losing at 63, 64. We're on 61, it's a little closer. I don't know if that really means anything, but the way we're getting our points seems very similar to seasons 23 and 24, where we absolutely dominated. So yeah, I'm hopeful that could be the way forward. John Gibson having a fantastic season, moving up on the win leaders. He could definitely get that under control. If he improves a little bit, he could challenge Roy for the average leader there. Goals against, and shutouts as well. He's closing in fast. It's not bad. Really not bad. I've got to admit that. I thought we'd be a lot worse off. I thought we'd be a lot more worse off than that. Okay. Can we filter by team? No, we can't. I always want them to put it in, but I can never remember whether it's there. Other games I've played, it is there. So, yeah, looks like Ratty's got his assignment fixed there. It's no longer P139 or whatever it was. Back to being Vegas Golden Knights. So yeah, Rantanen doing decent. Draisaitl down there as well. But then we sort of fall off again and throughout the middle part. Connor Bedard, one of our best sort of performing players there, holding that second line quite well, but he doesn't have a lot of help on it right now. Might just be me, but I haven't really seen one of our defensemen come in either. Bernier with 48 points. Cale Makar, 44. Yeah, didn't get a defenseman over 50, but got 240s. Dobson in there as well. He did get 240. Sharp with 39. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That's a good season there. NHL. Look, I'm looking at the league stats in the NHL. I shouldn't have to select that. Or it should already be pre-selected. But yeah, rookie season. So, Shane Wright, absolutely fantastic. Like, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, picked second overall a few years ago. Only just signed a 3-year deal, but already looks a superstar. Absolutely fantastic. Jess Dupuis, I think he might have been this year. No, he was last year. He was signed last year at 4th overall. So they're coming in big. Liam Gilmartin, 3rd round. 3rd round for him. Wow. Okay. Not amazing, but producing. Producing second, third line there, probably. But yeah, we definitely got the D-man on that one. And Ulmer as well. Ulmer and Jerome. It's kind of tight. It really is kind of tight. We almost have the best defensive pairing as well. McRae's in there, not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. Let's have a look at goalies. Who's the best rookie goalie? Eliasson, rookie campaign. Okay, 931, but 8 shutouts. 2.41 goal against. 36 wins with Detroit. That's pretty impressive. Not going to lie. A couple other decent performances. Better save percentages, but... Oh, no, actually, sorry. Worse save percentages. Maybe better ratios of wins to games. No. Like, Rosenberg may be close. But yeah, no, Eliasson, fantastic. 930 save percentage. 241. That's not bad at all. I mean, 36 wins. Maybe Detroit have found themselves a nice little pickup there. Doesn't look amazing, but playing quite well. Not as good as our backup, apparently. And they picked him up round 3. Okay. So yeah, you can get some good depth down in rounds 3 and 4, really. You can get some production at that level. If you want the big boys, you've got to go early. You've got to go early. Yeah, Ingram, big. Like, we split ours, so ours aren't going to be that impressive. John Gibson on 934. There's Ellison just below him. But yeah, John Gibson, best goalie in the league. Played about a third of the games. Disappointing. Okay, we already know we're number 1 in all of those. Face-offs, top 10, 50%. Shot blocked, still bottom. Hits, still bottom. We've got auto blowers in shots blocked, and the hits only better than the Oilers. The takeaways, 9th in the league, that's pretty good. Giveaways, 18th, sort of mid-table. And injury days, we had a few early, but they were all very small. 75, that's pretty good. Florida absolutely got rinsed. So, yeah, not bad, not bad. But yeah, as you can see, not quite amongst it in some places, but we, I don't know, I like the balance of our team. I think I've got to say that. I like the balance. In retrospect, I probably shouldn't have traded McKinnon. I think bringing McKinnon back would have been a much better way of doing things. It's not a bad contract either. It's really not a bad contract. Yeah, he's won so much. It's going to be interesting going up against them again and seeing just what they can do against us. Got to be honest with you, I really didn't expect them to be that good. I thought he'd make them a playoff team. I didn't really think that he'd thrive as much as he had. And yeah, Connor Bedard. So we got a new deal in place for him. He's starting to look like a superstar all on his own, though. Being able to move from McKinnon to him would have been really, really nice. That's probably what I should have done. So last year, hold up my hands, did something that wasn't that good. And yeah, cheap deal. He'll probably get like a $9 million deal after that. And then his big boy 12 plus deal after that. But not a bad season. Again, really not a bad season. Two-way hockey. Played quite well. Is he consistent, though? Not really. He fluctuates. He has good defensive games. Then he has some good offensive games. Then he has good two-way games. Then he has a couple of off games. So, yeah, really floats about quite a bit. Kind of consistent on points totals from, like, that season to this season. A bit of growth. There would have been growth last season. But he had a lot more help. I think that secondary scoring is what we're missing. But yeah, first overall pick there in the WHL. Wins a bunch of stuff. We take him first overall. Signs his deal. All-Star Center. Wins a championship. And then last season, not much happened. Injuries and yeah, that kind of sucks. Looks like a big jump here for Luoma, which is really unexpected. Two-way forward. Pretty decent all together. Okay. What's his shooting like? Yes, he's shooting not the best. Like getting the puck open, maybe getting it to somebody else. Maybe where he thrives a little more. Yeah, a few bad games. Yeah, very inconsistent all in. But a decent rookie campaign, and he'll only get better. 9th overall there. But yeah, surprised that he jumped so quick. Apart from that, I don't think anybody else really surprising. Yeah. Okay then. Well, like I say, we will start the playoffs and run through them in the next video. If we are to be eliminated, we will watch that game. And yeah, if we're going to win the Stanley Cup, we're going to watch that game. So 2 of those scenarios where we watch, otherwise we simulate. I don't know what to think. Have your say in the comment section below. What do you think this team is? Do you think we can win the cup again? This one last chance? I really don't know. We're missing that secondary depth, but the balance in the team is extraordinary. So being able to upgrade one or two of those people on decent contracts, I think would be a good way to go and be able to really, really do damage in this league. But yeah, right now we're coming to the end of the series. So one last jaunt through the playoffs to get your hand on Lord Stanley's Cup and declare a dynasty. We'll see if we can do it. I'll see you then. Till that time, you take care of yourselves. Be back soon for our final playoff run. Let's go.